All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 73 of Pozios Picks. In today's episode, we are quickly going to go over the Week 2 NFL slate, the Sunday slate. I can't wait. Should be a good week. A lot of good matchups on this board, so without further ado, let's just get right into things. Okay, so the first game I'm going to go over is obviously going to be the Lions at home taking on the Washington Commanders. The Lions coming off of a loss last week to Philly, 38-35. Was never really that close. A lot of garbage time stuff. Commanders coming off a win at home against the Jaguars, 28-22. I'm taking the Lions money line here. You guys are going to see the big theme in all of my picks this week is a bounce back spot. And I think this is a huge bounce back spot for the Lions. They should have success defending Carson Wentz. It's going to be a lot easier than defending Jalen Hurts, in my opinion. As long as we don't have that second quarter lull that we always seem to get into, and we can get some stops on the defensive side of the ball, we should be okay. The Commanders always kind of seem to try to give a game away. It's really just going to be if we can take advantage of those mistakes that he probably is going to make. So, my pick for this game, Lions money line at home. I have to take it. And I honestly think we're going to win this game. I know that's kind of scary, but I honestly think we're going to win this game. So give me the Lions money line at home against the Commanders. As long as we contain Terry McLaurin and that deep ball, A.J. Brown burned us last week. As long as that gets taken away, we should be all right. So Lions money line at home. Next game I'm going to go over. The Atlanta Falcons are traveling to L.A. to take on the Rams. The Rams are 10-point favorites at home in this one. Like I said, a big theme is going to be the bounce back week, and I think this is a textbook bounce back spot for the Rams. Coming off of that loss, that embarrassing loss, 31-10 to the Bills. The Falcons didn't look so bad as everyone thought they were going to, but they still gave that game away and lost to the Saints 27-26, missing a game-winning field goal at the end. I just think the Rams are going to eat today. They're going to be on a mission. They got to get back into a rhythm. We really never saw them get into one in the first place. I think involving Allen Robinson is going to be a big focus today. He might be a play. He burned us last week. That was terrible, but I think that offense and Stafford are really going to try to get into a rhythm today, and we might see some fireworks out of the Rams. So I'm going to take the Rams to cover 9.5. I'm going to buy the half point just to be safe. So Rams minus 9.5 is my pick for this game, just because they need to find a rhythm. This is a good spot to do it against a much lesser Falcons team. The Falcons, like I said, didn't look horrible, but going into LA, them coming off of a big loss, I just think it's a bad recipe for them. So give me the Rams minus 9.5 in this one. Next game I want to go over, Seattle. The Seahawks are traveling to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. The Seahawks are 9.5-point underdogs in this one, which is a little bit surprising to me considering they beat the Broncos 17-16 on Monday Night Football. The Niners coming off of a surprising loss in Chicago against the Bears. I know that was a big rain game. We can't really count that, but they did not look great at all. That defense didn't look fantastic. Trey Lance, I know, again, with the rain, you can't really assess him fully, but he didn't look that great as well. The Seahawks looked decent. The defense looked okay. I'm a little bit concerned with no Jamal Adams, but, I mean, he didn't play most of that Broncos game either. So I'm going to take Seattle here. I know I said this is the bounce back week, but I don't think the Niners are going to bounce back and beat this team by more than 10 points. So I'm going to take the Seahawks. I'm going to buy a point. Give me the Seahawks plus 10.5. I love working with all those points, especially with how they looked last week. I know it was the Russ coming back game, and maybe that played into how they played, but they look okay. And I don't think the Niners are 10 points better than this team, especially from what we saw last week and with the injuries that they sustained last week as well. Kittle is still questionable. Elijah Mitchell is out, so that's going to be something to watch. Give me the Seahawks plus 10.5 in San Francisco. Next game on the slate, the Arizona Cardinals are going to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. The Raiders are 5.5-point favorites at home in this one. Both of these teams lost last week. The Raiders lost 24-19 to the Chargers in LA, and the Cardinals had that horrible loss at home, 44-21 to the Chiefs. I just think the Cardinals aren't what they were last year, especially without Hopkins. They can't move the ball like they could last year, and that defense isn't spectacular either. The Raiders, I think, are in a great bounce-back spot here at home. They really need to establish a little bit more of a rhythm as well, kind of like the Rams. They couldn't really get a lot going. Devontae Adams had a great game, but besides that, it was a little bit shaky. So I think this is a good opportunity. We saw what Mahomes did to the Cardinals last week. I'm not saying Derek Carr's Mahomes, but he's going to have some opportunities to get other guys involved and get this offense rolling. So for that reason, I'm going to take the Raiders minus the 5.5 at home. I think they win this game by a touchdown. I honestly do. The crowd's going to be crazy like it always is in Vegas. So I'll take the Raiders minus the 5.5 at home here against the struggling Cardinals, who I think are going to start 0-2, which is something to watch. Next game on the slate here, the Bengals are 7-point favorites going to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. The Bengals lost 23-20 to the Steelers as 7-point favorites last week. That was a big eye-opener. The Cowboys obviously had that horrible loss, 19-3 to Tampa Bay on Sunday Night Football, and they lost their quarterback for the year. Now, this has Game of the Year potential. I don't know if it's going to get upgraded yet. Keep an eye on our picket at Pozios Picks to see if it gets to that Game of the Year level. It seems like a bit of a trap, but the Bengals coming off of a terrible loss, going to Dallas, who looked horrible last week with Dak Prescott. Now they don't have Dak Prescott. That offense is not that good whatsoever. The Bengals O-line scares me a little bit with Micah Parsons, and the Cowboys D-line is pretty good. But outside of that, the Bengals have to be a touchdown better than this team, especially with no Prescott. That offense looked horrible, and the Bengals' defense is solid. I'm taking the Bengals here, -7. I'm going to roll with that, -7. Like I said, this might get upgraded to a Game of the Year, potentially. So keep an eye on our picket. Keep an eye on our Twitter. I still got to look into it a little bit more, but I love this game. I love this game. It's scary how much I love it, but it's got to be the Bengals in a bounce-back spot against this Cowboys team who have lost everything. So give me the Bengals -7 in Dallas. The last game I'm going to go over, Sunday Night Football. The Chicago Bears are going to Green Bay to take on the Packers. The Packers are 10-point favorites at home in this one. Packers lost to Minnesota last week, 23-7. The Bears, like I said, had that big win at home, 19-10 against the 49ers. This line is an eye-opener, and I think it's telling you who to take. Rodgers, coming off of a tough loss in Minnesota, gets the Bears at Lambeau Field on Sunday Night Football. I think the script is written. I'm sad to see it for the Bears, but the Packers could win this game by a ton if they really want to. I think Rodgers is going to be locked in. We saw it last year as well. They had a slow start in week 1, and then week 2, they really turned it on, and Rodgers won MVP again last year. So Rodgers is going to turn it up this week. I don't think the Bears have a chance. They didn't look bad at all, like I said, but that was also the rain game. Kind of plays into their favor. I'm going to take the Packers to cover 9.5 here. I'm going to buy the 0.5 point. I think they win this game by 10 points, and Rodgers really locks in for this year. That is going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching if you're watching on YouTube. Like I said, be sure to follow us on Picket at Pozios Picks. If you haven't downloaded Picket yet, be sure to do that and use our promo code. It's just the best app for betting, especially football season. We got basketball season coming up as well. You can line shop. You can track all of your bets, see what everyone in the community is taking. It really just is the best. So be sure to download Picket. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Pozios Picks. We have a giveaway going on today on Picket and on Twitter. So stay locked in for that. All you got to do is like or retweet the tweet or like our Picket post and follow us, and you'll be entered into that giveaway automatically. It's for the Lions. So I'm very confident in that one. Also, Our new merch is live. It is live. Be sure to check it out down below. There will be a link down in the description. And also, if you are not watching on YouTube, you can go to our Twitter, click on our link tree. That has all of our links in one spot, and you can easily find the merch website from there. We got some fire new hoodies, sweatpants, sweat shorts, jackets, everything perfect for the fall, so be sure to check that out. That is going to do it for today. Good luck to everyone on your Sunday bets. Let's have a good day, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.